The room fell into a kind of silence that didn't belong to any ordinary night. It was the heavy, suffocating stillness that appears only when a secret too large, too dark, has just surfaced. Deep stared at James, confusion tightening her voice. What did he say to you? James didn't answer right away. He paced. One slow step, then another, pressing his hand on the edge of the table as if to steady the storm gathering inside him. His father's words kept replaying in a loop, a sound he couldn't shut out. The man watching your wife and the child used to work for me. And he's no longer under my control. James finally spoke, his voice low, cold, weighted like stone. My father once hired him. Deep shot up to her feet. Hired? For what? James shook his head. To watch someone. To handle situations he didn't want associated with his name. My father always had his men. But this time, things got out of hand. A gust of wind whistled through the window. A dark fear threaded its way into Deep's chest. The man threatening her and little Nhi once worked for her husband's family. A chill crawled down her spine. 20 minutes later, the front door clicked sharply. Before James could react, the butler rushed in. Sir, Mr. Carter has arrived. Both James and Deep turned. Mr. Carter, the man whose presence always unsettled Deep, entered with the authority of someone used to controlling every room he walked into. His black suit sharpened every edge of his already severe demeanor. But tonight, there was something else in his eyes. Tension, real, unfiltered tension. He didn't sit, didn't greet, just delivered the news. He betrayed me 3 months ago. I cut all ties. I didn't want to be linked to him anymore. But he refused to disappear. James's jaw tightened. And now he's coming after my family? Mr. Carter inhaled deeply. No. His target is Deep. And I'm afraid the reason is tied to her past. The words hit like a sudden blow. Deep's voice trembled. My past, Mr. Carter's gaze sharpened. He has been obsessed with you for a long time, ever since you left him. That's why he applied to work for me last year. To get close to you. Shock drained the color from Deep's face. James shot up from his seat. And you still hired him? For the first time, a flicker of guilt crossed Mr. Carter's expression. I did not know then. A beat, and now I have to correct my mistake, Mr. Carter placed a sealed envelope on the table. Inside, a thick dossier stamped classified. James stared. You kept files like these? Mr. Carter didn't answer. He opened to the first page. Name, Lam Tai. Occupation: freelance operative, unofficial handler of dirty work for multiple corporations. Uncharged crimes: harassment, stalking, illicit surveillance, suspected violence. Deep staggered backward. Mr. Carter continued, he shadowed you for years. But what worries me more, he is patient, calculating, and highly intelligent. James felt something cold settle in his stomach. What does he want? Not money, Carter said. Control. And he believes you stole something that belongs to him. James's face darkened, dangerously. A security officer handed over a phone displaying grainy nighttime footage. A figure stood outside their door at 3 o'clock a.m. Not entering, not knocking, just watching. And when the guard approached, the man vanished, without sound, without trace. Goosebumps climbed up Deep's arms. James grabbed her hand. I won't let this continue. Mr. Carter folded his arms. I'll assign guards. But this can't last forever. You must choose. Either stay here and stay vulnerable, or move to a safer location. James responded immediately. They stay with me. Nowhere else is safer, Mr. Carter studied his son's stubborn conviction, then gave a curt nod. Deep's phone buzzed. One message. When she read it, her face drained of color. You're settling into your new home, I see. Don't forget, I've stood inside it before. Attached. A photo of little Nye's bedroom door, taken just outside the frame. Warm yellow light spilling out. Door slightly ajar. Taken the night before. Deep screamed. He was in the backyard. Guards scattered instantly. James nearly lost control. What does he want? Mr. Carter examined the photo, his expression turning grim. He's taunting us. Showing that our protection means nothing. James pulled Deep into his study and shut the door. We're leaving. Tonight. Deep shook her head. We can't keep running. This isn't running. It's protecting you. His voice dropped into a chilling certainty. I won't let a psychopath dictate our life. Tears stung her eyes. James? Your father will think I don't care what he thinks. You and NHI are my family. The words hit her like warm light through fog. But before she could answer, the door burst open. Mr. Carter re-entered. He looked at James first, but his words were for both of them. There is something I didn't tell you. James and Deep froze. Mr. Carter opened the file again, flipping to the last page. A photo. A woman holding the hand of a little girl, around 3 years old, taken near their old rental neighborhood. A handwritten note. Secondary target. The child. Deep collapsed into a chair. James felt the blood drain from his face. Mr. Carter continued, he doesn't only want deep. He wants NHI. A beat, then, because he believes the child is his. The room turned to ice. Deep sobbed. No. That's not true. That's not. James held her tightly, but his eyes were no longer soft. They were the eyes of a man preparing for war. James rose, slowly, deliberately, his presence thick with rage. He is wrong, he said. NHI is my daughter. And I will not let anyone, past or present, come near her. Mr. Carter nodded, but he believes otherwise. James turned to his father. Then he will learn the truth. He crouched beside Deep, lifting her chin gently. I'm here. I will protect both of you. But from now on, we stop hiding. Then he said the words he had been holding back all night. I'm going to find him first. Deep panicked. James, no. He's dangerous, please don't. James pulled her into his chest. He crossed the line. That's enough. This moment was no longer fear. It was an open declaration of war, somewhere across the city, inside a dim, crumbling room. Lam Tai sat before a table covered in photos. Photos of NHI. Photos of Deep. Photos of the Carter estate. He smiled. A thin, cold smile without any trace of humanity. He whispered, like speaking to someone only he could hear. You ran to your husband's home? Good. That makes things easier. He picked up a photo of NHI. Traced the corner with his thumb. Daddy will come for you soon. The camera pulled back, leaving only his eyes in the darkness, glinting like those of a predator.